Hey friends, welcome back to another video. My name's Emma Lefebvre, and today we are on day 6 of our Advent Calendar series. We are going to be painting a simple yet beautiful landscape. So let's jump in and get started. Also, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on one single video. Okay friends, so today we are on day 6 of our watercolor advent calendar. Today we're going to be doing a little landscape. So I taped my small, very tiny piece of paper down with a border with our painter's tape. I have my Winsor Newton professional watercolors, and then my brushes. I have a size 6 and a size 4. And again, I'm probably going to be using my white ink. And if you don't have white ink, you can use gouache, you could use white gel pen, whatever works that you have that's opaque and white, use it, and let's begin. Okay, so I love doing little landscapes. I find them so much fun. And today I'm going to be doing, I think, like a little cabin with some trees in the background, obviously covered in snow. Totally up to you how you want to do this. I'm just going to kind of mark out this triangular cabin. So I just did a triangle, and then I kind of come down here like so, just make it a little bit straight at the bottom. And then I'm just going to do a very light line there. And then we just want to have the roof like so. And this is going to be covered in snow. So really all we're kind of painting for the cabin is this triangular piece and this rectangular piece here. And then we're going to have some trees and stuff. So the first thing I want to do is wet up our background from here up. And you can use a light wash of gray or blue if you want to have the sky kind of moody. So I'm just using like the lightest wash possible of like a Paynes gray. I'm just wetting it up really nicely. Like so. So we have this kind of moody sky. You can make it darker if you'd like. Then I'm going to do some trees that are faded in the background. If you guys have seen my winter landscapes, you know that I've done this many times, and I love doing this technique. So I'm going to pick the color of my trees, and I'm going to use my smaller brush. I'm going to do like more of a bluey kind of turquoisey tree. So I'm just going to use my Hooker's Green Dark, a little bit of Winsor Blue, maybe a little bit of purple in there. Like that. And I'm just going to do these trees in the background by creating these lines kind of going down. And because we're doing wet on wet, they'll just kind of explode and give you that look of a tree that's faded in the background. This is my favorite technique to do. This is one reason why I love painting trees in the winter. I love painting pine trees. And my tip for this is to also start at the top so you get that really nice tiny little line. So when you lift off your brush, the little explosion kind of happens down here. Okay, otherwise I'll show you. When you go up and you lift your brush off, you get a little of explosion right there, which isn't bad, but you kind of want the thinnest little line to be at the top. So try and start at the top and then just tap back and forth like so. Now you can do it all the way across if you like. And one of the great things about doing a tiny little landscape is you don't have to worry about it drying too fast because you're not working in this, big piece of paper where the background would dry really, really fast. You kind of have time because you're only working on a small amount to get all those trees in. Okay, so then you're going to let those completely dry. I'm then going to grab, I'm not really touching the background too much, a little bit of just a light wash of blue. And we're just going to do a bit of snow here. Just so when we take off the the tape, it's not like the same color as the border. So I'm just doing a really light wash of ultramarine to kind of look like this shadowy snow color. And if you do touch the trees a little bit and it bleeds, that's fine. Like that, and then the snow is kind of going to go up to the house. Might lift a little bit of that color and then make the sides a bit darker. Now I'm getting kind of a funky watermark here just because this wasn't completely dry and the water here is seeping into the background, and so it's creating one of those watermarks, but it's okay too. This is a loose landscape. It's all good. Okay, so now let's let that completely dry. Okay, now that it's dry, let's do the house. And I kind of want to do like a red house. I just find like it stands out when it's like this red kind of barn cabin. And I'm just going to do the whole thing, like the whole house part that's not the roof, red. And then we can do maybe some white detail on it after. I'm trying to go in as many little steps as I can. So I'm just taking my Winsor red, doing it around the side and the front. Then I'm going to grab my small brush again, my darker red color again, and I'm just going to make it a little bit darker right under where the snow is on the top of the house and on the side here. Just darkening it a bit so it looks like there's a bit of a shadow there. Okay. And then we're going to let that completely dry. Okay, so now that that's dry, let's do the same color as the snow on the ground on the roof of the house, just kind of at the side. Just giving it a little bit of color. Not the whole thing, just a little bit, and then I can wash off my brush, dry it a bit, and just blend it out. Just so it looks like it has a bit of dimension, and it's not just the same color, and then a little bit over here. Okay, like that. And then we're going to do a couple of trees in the foreground. Before we do that, I'm just going to take a little bit of this bleed-proof white ink or your gel pen, whatever you have. And I'm just going to create like this barn door. Like that. Because this part's dry already. You can do as much detail as you want. Totally up to you. And we're going to use this again in a minute. Okay, so I want to do a tree that's right in front. So I'm going to take my darker green. I'm going to do one that's kind of coming right in front of the house. So it's going to come down lower so it looks like it's in the foreground. And I have a nice dark green. Doing a vertical line, and then I'm just kind of doing this little tapping side to side. And you don't have to completely fill it in because we're going to put some of that white ink on top so it looks like there's fallen snow. Okay, just side to side tapping like that. And then maybe, do I want to do another one? I think I do. I'm going to do another one right here. A little bit smaller. A little bit further down. Okay. Then I'm going to wash off my brush, dry it, and I'm just going to touch the bottom very gently and just let it bleed out just a little bit, that green. So it looks like it's kind of on a hill like that. Just really gently, just touching the tip or touching it with the tip of your brush to get that slow little bleed. And then if you want to do any more detail on your house while you're waiting, you can do a little bit more darker shadows just to kind of enhance the look of that barn, just adding some of that darker red, maybe around the door a bit, on the side here. It's up to you. Just a little bit. And then let that completely dry. And now for our finishing touches, we're going to add our white snow on the tree. So I'm just Gonna slap it on there, just kind of in clumps, just to make it look nice and fluffy, like there's a bunch of fresh fallen snow, like that. You can always, you know, have a little bit of snow to the sides if you like, just so like a little bit of texture. So I don't have a lot on my brush, and I'm just dragging it across, and it gives this really nice texture. And then finally, I'm just gonna tap some snowflakes so it looks like it's snowing. Like that. And there we go. Okay, so let's take off the tape quickly. Now, one fun thing that you could do with this, I know they sell ornaments where you can like put photos in, but why not do a handmade little painting of a landscape like this or any of our other tutorials for this advent calendar? Frame it in a little ornament frame, slap it on your tree or give it as a gift. Why not? And there we go. There is our fun little landscape. You could always add more trees in the foreground. Like if you really want to do it up, go for it. But that's our tutorial for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for another Advent Calendar Series video. Have a great day, guys. Bye.